Hello. Hello. Hi, Krishnaveer.
Hi Niti, this is Sushmita. My brother is on the way. He'll be joining in 2 minutes.
Okay, okay. So when will it start?
In like close to like 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes.
Okay, sure, thank
you. Yeah. So we have live streamed and we'll be recording this as well. So you'll have like both the links like later on. Okay.
Hi Niti. Hi team. How are you?
Hi, Krishnaveer. We are doing great. A very good evening to you.
Very good evening. Very good evening. I'm extremely sorry for the delay. There's a technical error because we thought of recording it, right? So that's the reason why it got delayed. So I'm recording it and also it is live on YouTube. So it's both. So Niti, if you can, I think you have shared the files that I've sent you to the team. I've shared 2 pics with you. Have I shared pics with you?
No, not yet, Krishnaveer.
I haven't shared. Okay, just a second.
Yeah. So in this meeting, we have Anushree and Devang. They'll be assisting us on this project.
Hi, Anushree. Hi, Devang. How are you? Hi, Devang and Anushree. Hi, guys. So, yes, I just shared it with you, Niti. I just WhatsApped it to you. Okay. So basically, the idea is, so if you can see the pics, you'll understand. So the first pic, it contains my name, Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa, and there's another name called Chabi. So there are 2 characters here. This comes in prologue actually. So the first character is Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa. So he's the father, and Chabi, Chaabhi, Chabi, she is the daughter. Okay, so the father is narrating a bedtime story to the daughter. So what the bedtime story is actually about Narasimha Swami. So Narasimha Swami is, as you know, is an incarnation of Lord Narayan. So Dusta Sikshana and Sister Akshana, he came to destroy the evil and to safeguard the good. So that is his the purpose of his avatar. So the father Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa, he narrates this to Chabi, so his daughter. So he narrates about the avatar, about how he protects Prahlad and how he obliterates or how he kills the evil Hiranyakashipu. So Prahlad here is the good one and Hiranyakashipu is the evil one. So Lord Narasimha, he obliterates or he kills or he destroys the evil one, that is Hiranyakashipu, and he safeguards or protects Prahlad. So that is about Narasimhadev. So that is the bedtime story, he says. So and then he says that his daughter Chabi asks him, so is the avatar or the manifestation done? Because the main idea of Narasimha avatar is to safeguard Prahlad. Is it, if it is the main idea of Narsimha Avatar, then is the avatar complete and is he gone to the supreme abode, or is he still there with us? So that is the question actually of Chabi, because is the avatar or the manifestation done because he protected Prahlad and he killed Hiranyakashipu? So is the avatar complete and is it gone to the heavenly abode, or is the avatar still present in us or still present among us? So that is the question of Chabi to his father. So her father smiles, and he touches his father, Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa. He has a tattoo of Narsim Dev. So he touches the tattoo and he gives a smile and he asks Chabi to sleep. So Chabi, she's puzzled and she sleeps. So when she sleeps, she gets a dream. So this book is actually about the dream that Chabi gets. So because her question, the pertinent question here is Narsimha Avatar done? Because he killed Hiranyakashipu, because that is the main purpose of his avatar. So he killed Hiranyakashipu and he saved Prahlad. So the purpose of his avatar is done. So is he gone to the heavenly abode, or is he still there among us? So that was her question. So in her dream, this question will be answered. So all this is in the prologue. So that is what I'm talking about. So this, everything that I'm talking about is in the prologue. So what is Chabi's dream? So Chabi, his daughter, Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa's daughter, Chabi, she gets a dream. So in her dream, she turns into a caterpillar. She turns into a caterpillar. So caterpillar, as you know, so caterpillar. So it's like an insect. So it eats leaves and then it turns into or transforms into a butterfly, as you know about a caterpillar. So Chabi turns into a caterpillar in a dream, and the caterpillar is surrounded by many leaves. So these leaves are actually representation of Asura Gunas. So Asura Gunas are actually negative qualities of us. So the main idea of this project is to identify 30 negative qualities, 30 Asuras. So for example, if I say Krodhasura is nothing but the personified anger. Swardhasura, the personified selfishness. Irshasura, the personified jealousy. Similarly, you have lust, you have impatience, you have fear. So you have a lot of you have comparison, you have a lot of evils, you have a lot of negative deeds, negative thoughts, ego. So there are, and also prejudice. So like that, you have a lot of negative deeds or negative thoughts or negative gunas in us. So you as a team, you have to identify 30 negative gunas. So this Chabi, now as a caterpillar in her dream, she's surrounded by leaves, and she's surrounded by 30 leaves or 30 asuras or 30 negative gunas. Okay. So in the first, after the prologue, in the first 30 pages, so we'll be explaining about each guna through a story. As you know, I guess all of you know about Panchatantra stories, right? So in Panchatantra, animals, they talk to each other like humans, and there are some problems and they solve. So similarly, so this Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa, so in Chabi's dream, Chabi is a caterpillar surrounded by 30 asuras or 30 negative quality leaves that are representing negative qualities. So Krishnaveer Abhishek Challa, he turns into 7 animals. So what are those animals? The first animal is Simgaha or lion. Challa becomes elephant. Krishna becomes parrot. Veera becomes monkey. Abhis becomes camel. Shekha becomes boar. Bringuta becomes ant. So he divides himself into, in her dream, her father actually divides himself into 7 characters. So 7 animals: Simgaha lion, Challa elephant, Krishna parrot, Veera monkey, Abyss camel, Sheka boar, and Mringuta, that is ant. So what happens is, Chabi as a caterpillar, so she listens. For example, we take one Asura guna, that is anger. So that anger story is narrated with these characters and showing the negativeness of anger, how anger is destroying us. So once that is narrated, Chabi gets the strength to overcome anger and she eats that anger leaf. Okay. Similarly, prejudice leaf. Similarly, jealousy leaf. Similarly, selfishness leaf. Similarly, impatience leaf. Similarly, lust leaf. Similarly, ego leaf. So like that, she eats all the 30 leaves. So after listening to the 30 stories containing all these animals, so all these 7 animals, they narrate a story. Okay. So means they are part of 30 different stories, which actually explain about the negativeness of these negative qualities and also give us hope to overcome them. So that is the main duty of the content developer, is to develop 30 stories depicting using these characters, using all these 7 characters in all the stories. In every story, all the 7 characters should be present, and each story should actually talk about how these negative qualities are affecting us and how one can overcome. So once anger story is dealt, Chabi caterpillar eats that anger leaf. Once selfishness is done, it's like that she completes eating all the 30 leaves. So what happens is, eating the leaves signifies Lord Narsimhadev killing the asuras. So Lord Narsimhadev is actually still present among us. So that is the main idea. So he is still present among us and he is still trying to protect us and also kill the negative asuras. Here asuras are not people. Asuras are actually the negative thoughts or the negative qualities of us. So Lord Narsimhadev obliterates or removes them. So that is the main idea. So like that, after prologue, you have 30 stories containing all these 7 animals. So prologue contains all these introduction that I just explained, and then 30 asura gunas, 30 qualities that you have to identify, and each quality will be explained through a story. The story should contain all these 7 animals. Okay, the negativeness of this asura guna. And then after Chabi, the caterpillar, eats all the leaves, now she has overcome all the negatives. So now what happens is, Chabi after eating, the caterpillar after eating, it surrounds itself, means it is covered by a cocoon. It creates an own cocoon. And as you know, the caterpillar generally it creates a cocoon and it sits inside the cocoon. Right. So after destroying all the negatives, after Narsimhadev through the stories, after he destroys all the negatives, so Chabi now, having eaten everything, being satisfied, she covers herself. The caterpillar covers herself into a cocoon. So the cocoon is there, and then Pusha. Pusha is another character. Pusha is the light, actually, the divine light, the light of enlightenment. The Pusha tells caterpillar to eat, means the Pusha actually tells the caterpillar to eat and watch the inner asuras, demons, get obliterated by Narasimha Swami in the style of Panchatantra stories, as I've already told you. So now, after Pusha actually tells the caterpillar to eat these leaves, after listening to each story, the caterpillar starts eating the leaves. The Chabi starts eating all the leaves. So after listening to each story, she starts eating each leaf corresponding to the quality, the negative quality that has been destroyed or obliterated by Narasimha Swami. So now, after eating everything, after destroying all the negative qualities, Chabi has turned into the the caterpillar has surrounded herself with a cocoon now. So now in the cocoon, as you know, the caterpillar transforms into a butterfly. So similarly, Pusha, the divine light, again strikes on the cocoon, and with the blessings of Narsimhadev, the caterpillar now turns into a butterfly. So butterfly signifies enlightenment, right? So now butterfly, what butterfly does, after it is born from the cocoon, after it is broken from the shackles of negatives. So cocoon is actually the shackles of negatives. After it has broken from the prison of negative or asura gunas, now the butterfly is ready to explore the real ananda, the real bliss, the real happiness. So what happens now is, the butterfly, as you know, butterfly goes into the flowers and it actually doesn't eat, it sips the honey, the nectar of the flower. of each flower, you know that, So similarly, the butterfly has 30 flowers around it, and it has to suck the blissful nectar, the ananda giving nectar from each flower. So that ananda giving nectar will be 30 devagunas or 30 good qualities. So one flower can signify, the nectar of one flower can be compassion, the nectar of another flower can be gratitude, the nectar of another flower can be for empathy, the nectar of another flower can be generosity. So like that, 30 devagunas have to be identified. So after this, after uh, sipping all the 30 flowers, Chabi is now transformed into the caterpillar. The caterpillar has transformed into a butterfly, and butterfly, after sipping all these 30 flowers, the nectars of these 30 flowers, has actually now become very enlightened. Now it is it has experienced that bliss, the divine bliss. And finally, so actually, when it is sucking the nectar of each, for example, if it is sucking the gratitude nectar, so these seven animals, these seven characters that I've told you, so you have to create another 30 devaguna, highlighting the 30 stories, highlighting the positives of the devagunas. So including means using all these seven animals, you will create a story for compassion, you will create a story for gratitude, you will create a story for example, empathy, like that. So you will be creating a story for 30 devagunas or 30 good qualities, and you'll be creating stories for 30 evil qualities or 30 asuras. So Chabi the caterpillar, after listening to each asura story, she has successfully eaten all the leaves and obliterated all the negatives with the blessings of Narsimdev. And then it transformed into a cocoon. It surrounded itself with the cocoon, and the light of Pusha came, and then the cocoon burst, and she broke out. She broke out from the shackles of the prison of negatives or of negativity, and then now she is ready to take in the positivity or the devagunas. So she goes to eat flower, compassion flower, and then gratitude flower, and then sucks the nectar. So when she is sucking the nectar, she listens to the stories. So gratitude story should be there. Similarly, a story for compassion should be there. Similarly, a story for empathy should be there. Similarly, a story for generosity should be there. Like the 30 devaguna stories, including which include these seven animals. These seven animals means in the style of Panchatantra, we'll be narrating the story. So the story has to be only one page. So in one page, we'll be explaining the story. So there will be a prologue before starting the intro part, and then the 30 asuragunas with their corresponding stories containing the seven animals. And then after prologue, you have a middle section, a middle break with 5 pages, where after eating all the leaves, now after obliterating all the negatives with the blessings of Narsimdev, now she's actually ready to surrounded herself with the cocoon, and now she is ready to turn herself into a butterfly. So that will be told in the middle break, and after that you'll have 30 uh, devagunas, so sucking the nectar. So for each nectar, each story, so while she's sucking the nectar, she hears the story, and then she transforms herself into the eternal joy, or eternal, she gets eternal bliss. So, and after that comes epilogue. So epilogue talks about how now she has transformed herself completely, and how she understood that Lord Narsimdev is not just there to protect Prahalad, but Prahalad represents everybody. So we have Prahalad in us, we have Hiranyakashipu in us. Prahalad is good qualities, Hiranyakashipu is bad qualities. We have both in us. So we have to pray to Lord Narsimdev to obliterate Hiranyakashipu and to safeguard Prahalad. So that is the main idea of the project. So that will be told in epilogue. So prologue is 5 pages. After that, you have 30 pages for Asuragunas, explaining story using all the seven animals. And then you have a mid break where Pusha comes and cocoon formation and transforming into butterfly. And then that mid break will be 5 pages. So 5 plus 30, 35 plus 5, 40. So 40 plus 30 pages for Devagunas. So 40 plus 30, 40 plus 30 is 70. And again, after Devagunas comes epilogue. So epilogue is 5 pages. So first prologue, then 30 Asuragunas 35, then mid-break 40, and then 30 Devagunas 70, and then 5 pages for epilogue, the concluding part. So in total, 75 pages. So that is about the project. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. So that is about the project, Niti. So guys, if you have any doubts or if you need any clarifications, you can always contact me. You can always ask me. So basically, the stories that you develop has to be for the 30 Asuragunas and for the 30 Devagunas. The stories that you develop have to be in Panchatantra style. So I've given you 7 animals. So try to use all the 7 animals in every story that you narrate. So, and each story should only be 1 page. So in total, 75 pages is the project. So I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, please tell me, guys. And also, I request Niti to give my contact so that I can, if they have any doubts, they can directly contact also. So this video is being recorded. It is also, there is a YouTube live stream for this, so you can rewatch it again if there are any doubts. So, and there are 2 pics that I have shared with Niti. Niti will be sharing with you guys. So that's it, Niti. Anything else? You want to respond, guys? Guys, are you there?
Yeah, we are there.
Yeah, Devang, I guess you understood, right?
Yeah, we got the gist of the thing that you wanted to convey.
Yes.
It's a great story. Yeah, we will try our best to make it possible.
Wonderful, wonderful, Devang. So that is the idea. So anything, you just contact me. Be in touch with Niti. I'll be sharing material with Niti also. So this is the basic idea. So the story is how you want to explain about compassion, how you want to explain about gratitude, or how you want to explain about selfishness or ego or jealousy or impatience. The stories are completely your own. You can create them, but you have to use the 7 characters that I just mentioned, because her father, Krishnaveer Abhishek C, divides himself into 7 characters to narrate the story in her dream. So all this happens in her dream, and she gets up, she wakes up with the bliss, with a smile of satisfaction, of eternal satisfaction. So that is the main idea. So this is like a soft skills book for kids, actually. So we are trying to incorporate it for our 7th, 8th, and 9th grade kids. That's the main idea. So they'll be our target audience. So try to make it as simple as possible for them. So this 25-page book is actually will be taught for 2 months. It's a 2-month lective that will be taught for the students. So let's try to make it as interesting as possible, guys. So that's it. That's it, Nitish. So Niti, you want to say something, Niti? Okay, I guess.
I guess Niti is having some issue from our
Yes,
side.
maybe she has some issues there. So be in touch with me, Devang. You, Anushree, and Nitin, you 3 of you be in touch with me. You have any doubts? If you have any doubts,
Yeah, we
let
will do
me
it.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I made myself clear.
Yeah.
I also shared
Yeah,
some.
it's very clear, and yeah, the explanation was quite good, and we got the gist what you want to convey to us, and we will try our best to make it as simple as possible and make the children got what you want to convey.
Yes, Devang. Perfect, wonderful. Thank you. I'm very happy that I'm really happy that you're part of this divine project, and thank you so much for joining in, guys. Thank you, Devang. Thank you, Anushree. Thank you, Niti. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was my pleasure that I met you. Thank you. Yeah.
Hey guys, take care. See you.
Okay.